pistol on that dresser. Ain't afraid to show it, I'll expose it if I dress up. Riding in that tester, roasted nigga catch up. Sipping on that Sevra, till I messed up like yes sir. So now I'm getting changed, people looking at me strange. Like niggas switching lanes, never change, still the same. We fuck bitches, get paper, we fuck niggas on papers. We walk around with.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Also, I am back. I've said that multiple times in videos before, and then more things happen and I take a break again. So hopefully this time is the last time for a while that I say that I am back, but I am going to do part 2 of the Q&A for you guys now, because I do still have a ton of questions that you guys had asked me on my Musical.ly that I didn't end up getting to on my first Q&A. So today we're going to sit down and have a nice Q&A while this one yawns. Are you going to smile for them? He's like, no, get the camera out of my face. But anyways, I'm going to pick up right where we left off, so I'm going to stop rambling and let's get right on with the video. Can you smile? Give me smiles. Where's my smiles? Give me smiles. No? Okay. I tried. Also, I'm sick, guys, so if my voice goes in and out or I cough and everything, it's because I'm sick. Here. So, I apologize for that right now. So anyways, let's get right on with this Q&A. So the first question is he going to play any sports when he's older? So I do want to try to get him into some sports, but obviously if he does not want to play a sport, I'm not going to sit there and force him to do a sport. But I feel like if I do have a girl in the future, she'd probably be the one that I try to get into more sports like dance or gymnastics and stuff like that. With him, I think it's more up to him. I don't really know how to explain that to where it doesn't sound weird. But I do want to try to get him into sports. But obviously, if he doesn't want to do them, I'm not going to force him. So, yeah. So the next question is, what is the worst thing anyone has ever said to you? So there was one person before I even had Grayson who was sending me death threat comments on my social medias and telling me that he hoped that my son died and everything like that. So that was probably the worst of the worst. But then there's also a case where I've had someone come up to me and tell me, oh, CPS should be coming to take your kid away because you don't deserve your kid and your kid's not getting everything that he needs. And like all that kind of stuff. I've had people telling me that I only had Grayson because I wanted to trap Alan into being with me forever, which is definitely not the case whatsoever. If me and Alan aren't happy together, we're not going to stay together just because of Grayson. We would work things out of how we would go about parenting as friends in that kind of way. But definitely I'd not trap Alan. It was completely Alan's decision for me to have Grayson and to keep Grayson. I left that up to him. Whatever he wanted to do, I would stand by him no matter what, because that's just how I was. I could not make up my mind of, like, I didn't know what to do, so I left it completely up to him. So basically those are probably the worst 3 things I've ever had said to me. The next question is, what age do you want to have your next kid? So I get this question asked a lot actually, and my response to that always is I'm not going to have a specific age where I'm going to have another baby. I'm only going to have another baby if I feel like my body is ready. I'm financially stable to raise Grayson, myself, and another baby, and when I moved out I'll have another baby on top of all the other reasons. But obviously it's not age whatsoever when you should have a baby. You shouldn't plan an age of when you want to have a baby. It's when you are financially stable. Now, if you're financially stable, out of the house, and all of those kinds of things, then you can plan to when you want to have another baby and go from there. But right now, once I'm financially stable, my body is fit to have another baby, and I'm out of the house, and I have my own place that's going to be big enough for all of us with our family, then I will have another baby then. But for now, we're stuck with this one for quite some time. The next question is, did you figure out a theme for your wedding, and if you did, what is it? So our wedding, it doesn't really, I haven't planned much for the wedding at all. I haven't planned really anything, so I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. The next question is, if you could travel anywhere, where would it be? I'd love to go to Paris or Hawaii. I'd want to go to Hawaii more for a vacation like now. I've seen people go to Hawaii and it's so beautiful. I'd love to go there, but a more reasonable place that I'd love to go is Virginia Beach. I have not been there. My class, the seniors that I was supposed to graduate with, they went to Virginia Beach this year, and it was so beautiful. I saw so many pictures, and I'd love to take Grayson there for a family vacation. That's just something I kind of really would like to do. But definitely Hawaii and Paris also. The next question is, when did you decide to move in with Alan? P.S. Love you and Grace so much. P.S. Love you and Gray is so much. There, I read that right. So I have not moved in with Alan yet. I go to Alan's on Fridays and I stay till Saturday, and then I go over there on Tuesdays and I leave Wednesdays. So I go over there twice a week to spend the night, and so he can see Grayson and all of that. So yeah. Geez, I feel like I'm running through this Q&A pretty quickly because I only have this page and a little bit on the other side left. So the next question is, what season wedding do you want? So if when we do have the wedding, I want it to be in the summertime. Definitely, I don't want a winter wedding or fall or spring wedding. I want warm weather, nice country wedding, so yeah. The next question is, do you want to have a boy or a girl if you have another baby? I would love to have another girl. You're a girl now, Grayson. I would love to have a girl next. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I have my little boy, and I'm glad that I had a boy first because he is honestly super easy to take care of. But I really do want to have a little girl because I want to have somebody who can be a mini me, and that I can like do their hair and get them dressed in cute little outfits, and hopefully teach them gymnastics and dance and get them into that kind of stuff like I did when I was younger. I'd love to pass down that with them. So the next question is, are you going to have more kids when you are a teen, or wait until Gray is older? So I'm not going to be technically a teenager at the end of the year. I'll be 18, which is a legal adult. But I guess I would still be considered a teenager still in some aspects. But definitely probably won't have a baby until I'm 19 or 20, depending on if I'm financially stable. So I'm not sure. Whenever I have a baby next is whenever I have a baby next. Hopefully it's when I'm more financially stable, moved out, got our own place, have the space, all of those kinds of things. The next question is, when are you and Alan moving in together? So right now that's kind of up in the air, but he's been talking about moving into the apartment upstairs from where he lives now, because he lives with some roommates of his, and the people that are living above him are planning to move out, so he's hoping that they can move in up there. It is a 3-bedroom apartment, so his friend will be living with us too, so that we can be able to pay rent. Grayson would have his own room, and me and Alan would have our own room, and then obviously his friend would have his own room. His friend's nice. I know his friend. I have no problem living with him as long as he does continue to pay his part of the rent and keep up and clean up after himself. I am perfectly fine with it. But hopefully at some point we'll be able to move out and things will get a little bit better with what's going on with our family right now. The next question is, when did you and Alan start dating? Me and Alan started to date on July 15th, 2017. The next question is, why did you change Grayson's middle name? So this is a good question because we changed Grayson's middle name very last minute. It was probably 35 weeks when we changed his middle name. so I was going through, and his original middle name was James. So Grayson James Nowak was his full name originally. And I honestly really wanted something special besides having Alan's last name on his name. I wanted him to have something from his dad in his name, because I picked Grayson's first name, and obviously his last name's kind of just like a given. I definitely didn't want him to have my last name. But we decided to give Grayson Alan's middle name, which is also Michael. So both Grayson and Alan have the same middle name, so they're kind of passing it down from generation to generation, which I'm kind of hoping that Grayson, if he has kids, if he has a boy, he gives his little boy the middle name Michael, so they pass it down. So maybe we'll have a tradition start up. The next question is, what is your best moment with Grayson? What is my best moment with Grayson? Probably holding him for the first time was my best moment, but probably like my most recent best moment is when he first like started to smile and stuff, and he's starting to play with more toys and stuff. Those are probably my more fun and memorable moments that I love with him right now. The next question is, if you hadn't chose Grayson, what would you have named him? So that's a good question. A lot of people ask me that, and I don't know. We had only picked Grayson for his one boy name, and we stuck with it through the entire thing. We didn't have any backup names or anything. Like our girls' names, we had a backup. So if we had a girl, her original name was going to be Ava, but we eventually changed it to Coraline. But we ended up having a boy, so it was kind of easy for us because we only had one name picked out. The next question is, do you regret having Grayson at such a young age? Would you wait if you could have? So, no, of course, I do not regret having Grayson whatsoever. I love him with all of my heart. He changed my life for the better, and he's made me grow up and realize a lot of stuff with my life. So I don't regret him whatsoever, but do I wish that I waited a little while before having him? Yes, I'd love to have waited until I had the money to support him and be able to buy him everything that he needs by myself. But unfortunately, the stars do not align that way, and my life and my path ended up taking a different turn than what I kind of expected. But hey, it's what was supposed to happen. If it wasn't, then he wouldn't be here. So obviously, yes, I would love to have had him when I was older, but I do not regret having him right now. The next question is, what is it like living without little man's dad? Does it get hard? It is actually very hard not living with Alan, but it's more hard because when we and Grayson are away from Alan for a long time, you can see that Grayson starts to miss Alan a lot. Like, he starts acting a little bit different because he misses his dad. But it is hard because if me and Alan lived together, he would have been able to help out with Grayson at nighttime, which he would have been able to learn a lot more stuff of how to take care of Grayson than what he does now, because right now Alan is still pretty much learning how to take care of Grayson. That's why I don't give him to Alan to take for like a night, because Alan is still sort of learning how to take care of Grayson, because Alan hasn't been here 24/7 to help take care of Grayson. It's kind of been here and there when we're able to and when he's not busy with work and stuff. But it is definitely hard not being able to live with him, for him to come home every night and spend time with me and Grayson. I think that would make life 10 times easier if that was able to happen. The next question is, what would you have named Gray if he was a girl? So if Grayson was a girl, her name would have been Coraline Marie Nowak. And the last question is, who do you currently live with and when are you moving out? So I currently live with my mom and grandparents. I sleep in the basement, which is a very tiny room that I have. It's barely fits my bed in the crib in here, and then our 2 dressers. We literally have a rocking chair in my closet. My clothes are not even in the closet, it's Grayson's closet. But we do not know when we are moving out either, so that's that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.
Lasers, you probably own some tasers. Lame niggas disgrace us. They girlfriends one day us. Got taking hoes, I'm getting hoes. You can tell by my pay stub. My niggas getting right, smoking weed with dirty Sprite.